What is your name?
My name is Angelica Sanchez, Angelica Sanchez. Correction, it's Angelica Sanchez.
Where are you from?
I am, well, I guess you could say I'm from two different locations. I grew up in Chicago, right by West Lawn, right by American Park in Midway. But I would commute to school in Burbank, Illinois, which is only 15 minutes away. So that was, I guess, my second home, but it never really felt like my home.
Are you a current student at the University of Illinois?
Yes, I'm currently in my 5th year. I'm a 5th-year senior. I stayed to do a dual degree with Latina Studies. So my first major was urban planning, which was an FAA. But because I felt that I wasn't getting what I needed or what should have been given within urban planning, I stayed for an extra semester with Latina Studies in LAS.
How would you identify yourself?
I would say identification through geography, Chicagoan, Midwest, Latina, as of just identifying, I'd say I'm just an individual, a being that exists in the world. So.
How would you define gentrification?
Okay, that's a tricky. It's not tricky, but it's more so because I have this understanding of gentrification via urban renewal because of my understanding or my background within urban planning. Urban renewals is more of a land development, so it's developing land, right? But it's usually done so for economic prosperity. But gentrification stems from urban renewal. It's more so the negative light as to how it doesn't even necessarily have to be it's not portrayed as negative, it's portrayed as urban renewal, which is development. But gentrification itself is a displacing of individuals from their original setting. So, and it's usually done because the property taxes are rising, so then they themselves, whoever was already living in that area, can't live there anymore. But it's also because it's economic development, so you want to promote it.
Have you experienced anything in your personal life that has made you passionate about gentrification?
Well, yeah, I guess it's more so passion about space and how the division within space and how it's utilized, but how it's also divided in who receives what and the intentions behind everything. So growing up, like I said, I had to go from Chicago to the suburbs. Well, what I realized throughout that time was 18 plus years of going back and forth. So as a little kid, I became very conscious as to the demographics changing within each area and the income changing within each area. The further west you went, the further you went from the city to the suburbs, the more the landscape changed. So I guess I would say my passion started from then because space was paradox. Like it made no sense. But then coming here, I went into urban and regional planning thinking that it'd be completely different. But then within urban planning, I saw this disparity as to what they were teaching and how they were teaching it. So, for example, my Intro to 100 course didn't really talk about race as how I understood space to be divided. But then taking a course within Latina Studies, we got what we needed. We got that extra information, that gap that was in urban planning. Yet when I brought that up into conversation with one of the professors there, it was disregarded. I wasn't being taken seriously, so my passion sparked up even more. So then realizing that when people would talk about urban renewal, I saw it as gentrification. I got the parallel portion of it, which was gentrification from Latina Studies. And seeing and taking into account my own experience within urban planning, I realized that this should be in conversation with one another, and it wasn't in urban planning, but it was within Latina Studies.
Stop for a second.